Yo, huddle up, huddle up,
Huddle
huddle
up,
up,
huddle
huddle
up,
up, huddle up, huddle up,
huddle
huddle
up,
up.
huddle up. Let's
We
end the
appreciate
pod.
y'all for huddling up. Yo, this is
Oh,
an
my
audio-only
goodness.
episode.
We got episode 41 of the Ravens Huddle. We back again. You got your boy Mike.
Yes, indeed. Got your boy Rich back in here, baby. I'm sorry I missed y'all last week. I'll be back more committed. I had some things I had to do.
Man, that was real stuff.
Yeah, some real stuff.
I just had to let the people know. I know they be looking for me. I don't know if y'all be looking for me.
We be
but hit me
looking
in the
for you.
comments if you be
we
looking for me.
definitely be looking for you. That's the team.
Absolutely. You got Zay in the back.
Yo,
As
the
usual.
homie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Another week. We
Another
appreciate
week.
y'all coming in and giving us engagement all the time. Like, yo, the way y'all comment and keep turning it up. As the season turns up, huddle up, bro.
Huddle up, huddle
like,
up.
huddle up with us, yo. Keep
tell
y'all
ya.
doing it now. This the off season, so I'm ready for the season.
And while you listening to this at the cooler in the office, tell your boy to listen.
Yeah.
Tell
If
him
you
to
like the
tell-
Ravens,
tell your
it's probably
coworker to
for you.
listen. It don't gotta even be the homie. It could be the homette, whoever it is.
If you
Let
like the
'em know.
Ravens, it's probably for you.
Yeah,
Let
man.
'em know.
And you know, kids in the car. You feel me? So you playing this with your kids in the car.
Radio
Yeah,
safe
yeah.
too,
It's
baby.
safe,
Yeah,
yeah,
radio
man.
safe.
Yeah. So, we had a OTAs to start off. Let's just jump right into it, man.
Yeah, it's getting closer.
I was like, I could smell.
Yeah,
smell
and
the grass, yo.
sidebar, like, yo, when with the NBA finals going on, that's when you know football is coming
yeah,
up. Because
slowly kicking
it's
in.
low-key a depressing time after basketball season ends.
Well, see, for me, it's not because one, my team
track.
always be all right, and then I'm a track person.
Track.
So track get
Yeah,
me all the way
this your
through.
season,
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm cool.
Track.
I'm cool all the way through.
That's real.
But yeah, man. I was speaking to Mike last week, or maybe during the week, and I was like, bro, just seeing Lamar throwing the football again.
Yeah, that was on last episode. Like, yo,
Ooh.
The pictures is
he hitting Nelson.
Nah, it wasn't
Videos.
No. I'm
This
my
was
bad.
this week.
Yeah.
Oh, this
no.
week?
Yeah.
That was
Who was
him
he targeting?
That was him working out off the field, but seeing him with the jersey
Yeah,
and
he was
the helmet.
they was over there at the practice stadium. You know what I mean? Like,
At the castle.
Ready.
I get so hyped seeing them they don't even got the pads on yet. Just seeing them going through their walkthroughs, going through the OTAs, like you said, bro.
getting
Like,
charged up.
I'm hyped. Seeing my boy Mike Green, I seen one of the videos, him coming up off the edge.
Yo.
What, 4-5? You better watch out for the 4-5, yo. We loaded on that side.
Yes.
Yo.
We called it, and Rich, we called it last season. A dynamic edge rusher and a dynamic safety is all we needed. If you go back and do your Ravens Huddle research, we were stressed out a lot of weeks because our secondary was horrible for a long time last season. Maybe 9 games in.
Yeah, we know.
You know what I mean? Like,
But it's a new season.
yeah.
Feels really good, bro.
Yeah.
You know
let's
what's
get an edge rusher that could be like, yo.
I like
that
these
quarterback
young
not about
guys
to
too,
do that.
man. I'm liking these young guys we got.
You know
They
the
look
best
good.
thing about this OTA so far, and this is quite a few things to get into, but almost everybody came to OTAs. There's a few people. I think Falele didn't show up.
Falele
Whatever.
should've been
He'll
there.
be getting together. I mean, you don't have to, so you shouldn't be cooked for it. But I think
I would've wanted
Anyway,
him there.
it's a few names I had them in my mind, but right now that's not as important. But what is important is Lamar was there. Kyle wasn't there. Kyle Van Noy wasn't there, but then probably a few others that was.
Kyle Van Noy gets
But
an excuse because he's old.
everybody else, for the most part, was there.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was like seeing training camp,
That's tough.
and they was basically saying, "Yo,
I like that.
Long story short, yo, they was basically like, we on a mission.
Yeah, I like that.
We on a mission." And I feel like last year and all
But
of that,
they should feel that way. That Buffalo game was egregious.
and they mentioned that.
Yeah.
Likely definitely mentioned that. I mean, they also alluded to it.
What did Mark Andrews say?
You know how he is. You know, matter of fact, he actually had put out like
I was
a
hyped
statement.
to see before we kill. Oh, actually,
No,
give
I'm
that-
not
give
killing
that- give
Andrews.
that
I just
statement.
want to know what he said.
Let him give that statement first.
Because
Well, if
after
somebody
that
else-
game, I got a chip on my shoulder.
Man, just long story short, again with Mark. Mark was just basically like, "Yo, we just gotta improve, and we coming in here and we locked up."
I like
Locked
it.
in.
I
enjoyed-
like the response then. I
I
like that.
enjoyed. I look at the Instagram, of course, following the Instagram of the Ravens. I enjoyed seeing Mark. He was leading the huddle, or he's
I
either
like
leading
that
that
too.
huddle
I like that too.
and maybe at the end of the practice or whatever the time frame was. But it was good to see him there doing that. I know he's an elder statesman on our side now, but brother, we need you.
No, but the thing that gives me confidence in him about is that shows that he does feel a way about how he played that game. Cause like if you had as decorated as a tight end as him and what he's done for our team over the years, he could be the dude that sit out of OTAs. But it's like, yo, we need you, bro. That was nasty work. Like, yo, you got there's dudes that look up to you on the team.
Mm-hmm. He
you
also
feel me? Like it's real legit receivers and tight ends and all that look up to you, and it's like, yo, you choke, bro.
And he definitely one of the things that's a highlight, just noticing. Of course, he's gonna say the right things for the most part, but him basically bigging up Isaiah Likely.
I like
he didn't come there on that weird type of energy.
That's why he had OTAs.
Like,
he already know what Shorty can do.
He's like he's a player. Yeah, well, yeah, this might be
Shorty. I seen Likely. Yo, you remember that stiff arm? That looked like a. Yo, we said they need to make the Likely anime, bro.
I was there, Mike. There's no way
Put
I'll
him
ever
in the
forget
ground. Put him in the dirt. Yo, he deserves
I'll never forget
Yo,
that.
all they need to do is have a Gatorade commercial, make it like 10 seconds, where it's like the pen with the Quentin Tarantino-esque framing on a shot, and just had a slow motion when he catch the pass
post
and just slam
you
somebody
just swipe
into the
through,
ground.
and it's just piece by piece.
Yeah, yo,
him with the stiff arm
bro,
and in slow
he
motion.
killed him, bro.
That's one of the coldest posts I've seen on social media.
And Derrick Henry had a nice stiff arm that game, but that stiff arm was so clean, we forgot about Derrick, and Derrick was after.
And I know number 20 on the Steelers, bro. I know you got cooked. You get roasted.
He was down there like Ezel, my neck.
He bounced. He dribbled him off the turf,
back.
fam. That was a vicious stiff arm.
Yeah,
but Likely, I'm hyped.
I want
Likely,
Harbaugh
was bringing him up too. Didn't Hobbs have some
offense.
words? Hobbs had some words about Likely as
they
well.
all
I'm hyped. This is breakout season. This time, I mean, he went off
like
last
low-key
year.
last year was his breakout season, but he gonna break out even more.
This is
this when he becomes like the superstar.
Really, this is all pro. This is
this is when he becomes Travis Kelce. I'm coining it right here. And that like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Travis Kelce, like hot fire.
He really was. It was last year, but it really was the year before when everybody's eyebrows was starting to raise because
he was doing athletic stuff.
When Mark Andrews got hurt.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and I questioned whether the chemistry was right after that, going into an AFC Championship game, and it did not look right, the offense. I'm not saying he's the sole reason, but what I'm saying, I mentioned it before, when Lamar was like, my security blanket, I was like, yo, I just didn't like hearing that, because it's like, bro, y'all been balling.
Yeah.
Likely is a monster.
Say we coming back in, he's
menace,
I mean,
bro.
so anyway, that was good to see. But when we talking about other targets, it was cool because the first pictures I seen was Hopkins in the building.
Hopkins.
When I saw him with the uni on, I said, "Oh,
I don't know what it is, but for some reason I can never remember that man is on the team.
That is crazy, yo. I always
trips me out.
Me either.
I don't know why I can never remember.
But
that.
like, yo, you like
coming here on the Anquan Bolden tip. Yo,
I'm hyped.
I'm telling you,
yo, we all like DC Comics show. Like Baltimore is the Lazarus pit for receivers, yo. Nelson Aguilar was trash before he came to us, and he was a pivotal piece this year.
He
yo.
did good last year. He did good last year when he needed.
Great reception.
Cowboys game.
Yeah, he made some plays.
You remember, yo, Philly was like, yo, I hate Nelson Aguilar. I got a Philly fan cousin, yo. He talks egregiously about Nelson
it makes
Aguilar.
sense though, because he was dropping passes up there. He was wilding. He was wilding up there in Philly. But not down here.
But
Hopkins,
not like these.
Hopkins was out there, and just off of this, you know, they showing the highlights and stuff, so but they was like, man, he looked good. Of course, the hands, the feet. I saw the clip with the route feet look just as fast as they used to, yo.
I like it.
That wasn't fake.
Like how he broke down. What was my man that he broke down in camp, yo, when he was still in Texas?
Oh no!
Is he looking like that? Is he looking raw like that?
When he ended D'Angelo Hall season,
ended his whole career, yo. His career was done. That was it.
AC.
Cooked him in training camp.
Yo, we on major pain mode
After
over
talking
here.
trash.
We want you cooking everybody ACLs, bro.
After talking trash.
He said, only feel God. Yo, that was
Think
crazy,
about it.
yo. That was hard.
That was hard.
Yo,
Yeah,
you
that
get
was a-
no
that was a-
better
that was a classic
retribution.
football moment.
No better retribution than arguing with the dude and then lining up one-on-one and ending.
Frying his ass.
Yo, real talk. If D'Angelo ever run past, he got to cross the street, yo. You can't. How's he gonna look that man in the eye? That was crazy.
Ooh, gave it
That's
to
like
him.
some movie script type stuff that happened right there, yo.
That's definitely
out
written
of
in a movie.
here. Before the seat, he cost him money, yo. That's crazy. So yeah, it was
I'm really
good to see.
excited for the season.
They
This
did
is
like-
making me hype again.
They did like a speed test, And you know how they be like DeAndre Hopkins isn't, necessarily on the question.
Straight line.
He had like the third fastest time. Like
I saw that when you said
yo.
that to us. Like, yo, he really
He
moving.
ran faster than
He want to
Keem,
win.
ran-
He
yeah.
wants to win. He's been around long enough.
And
he
what
wants a
football
championship.
fans don't realize, because we like romanticize like players like college careers or like that one season when they was going off. If your team isn't good, it doesn't matter how good you are, yo. Y'all gonna suck.
Yeah,
like, yo,
especially
period.
at receiver.
Yeah, the
Yo,
NFL's too hard.
People will be like, yo.
And
he
wide
fell off,
out.
da-da-da-da. Like,
Yeah,
nah.
especially at wide out.
Like, nah.
You can't do
He just was on the Browns or the Texans with like no quarterback until CJ Stroud got there. Or until
The only
you
other
feel
joint
me?
that may be a little crazier than that, it'd be baseball, yo.
Yeah.
A dude could, remember, what's it, Mike Trout, was like the best player for like 5 or 6 years.
I felt bad.
Team was trash,
I felt
yo.
bad for him, Mike Trout.
That's why I be like, yo, them dudes getting paid crazy money. They don't
team
affect it like
sports.
that.
You feel
but-
me? Like every player plays their position. You
Yeah.
feel me? It's like
They
that's-
all
football
needed
is
to win the
definitely that,
championship.
because it's 11 players on the field at a time. It's nobody that could be like basketball where it's like, I'm gonna just take over this quarter. You feel me?
You still need a team to win.
All
it big.
sports. It's
You
all
need it big.
sports.
That's what more
and
so that
even
you
with
can-
football, like, all right, the offense flat, receivers are not catching the ball. Derrick Henry go crazy. Somebody has to block.
Yeah.
Somebody has to make a play. You feel me? Like to open that up. for
Barry
you.
Sanders couldn't do it by himself.
Yeah, like
And
come
that's
on, yo. Somebody
hope.
has to do
That's
something
hope.
in football, yo.
Yeah, so imagine a third cornerback or the fourth or Hopkins, yo. Just saying, man. I know he's old and some people are like, oh, I'm telling you, yo.
I want him
This
on
road is
every
going-
5 and out this season, yo. The quick.
They really just need Hopkins. Of course, the Titans don't like, but Hopkins, they really just need him for 5 yards.
Yeah.
But they need 5 yards.
Yeah.
Bro,
That's
Possession.
really
5 and out.
Possession.
all
That's
they need. Yes,
He could give you a
That's
quick
all
hit.
they need,
Hit.
yo. Or that quick 3 down, 3 yards, something like that. Come on,
'cause
man.
Let's go.
At the age he at, like him, those guys, Keenan Allen and them guys like that, they don't need necessarily to be the fastest guy because they understand route running.
Route running.
And that's all I care about. If his
He's a
route
great
running,
route
if he
runner.
was looking good coming off the line like you said, and as long as my man can stay healthy, I'm with it.
And we got real route runners this year. Like, you feel me? Like, Bateman, nice. You feel me? Zay Flowers, nice. He bounced back off that injury. And then we got, yo.
The other good thing I was liking to hear as far as news, I don't know if you wanted to keep going anywhere.
No,
Did you have
go
one?
ahead.
I was really liking hearing the news about our Darius and his
Oh, yeah, I
injury.
was getting into that.
They said it was a clean tear, right?
Yeah, and I was
Apparently
Hard
it's
said that.
clean
Man,
tear, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I act like we don't consult
Yeah, I
about
think
these
Zay
things
might have
prior
sent
to.
it.
You did send this to
I
us, so
think
we
he
be all
sent
in
it.
the same direction.
So
But I
hearing
read that like Wednesday.
I almost sent the Ray Lewis crying meme that
With
you
the
Mike always
possibility-
send.
That's
yo.
my favorite one, yo.
The question I
Any
do wanna
Ravens
ask,
moment
though-
is that, yo.
say he is available because Harbaugh was saying he might be available as early as like
October or November.
Yeah.
October, November. They said,
October, November,
Oh, was it November, December? It might have been November,
somewhere
December.
in that line, that
Because
fourth
of-
quarter range.
Yeah.
So, I guess it just depends on how the team looking.
Yeah.
I don't want my man
Why we
coming
gonna-
back and he not looking right.
I wouldn't rush him back prematurely
Yeah,
if
that's what I'm saying.
Malachi Starks turns out to be who we think he is. And we still have Stevens?
They have to get another safety.
Do we still have Stevens?
Stevens.
His name, I can't remember his last name. His first name. His
No,
name
they got
is-
Brandon
Sanusi and they got Bo Braid as the
All right.
younger dudes. Of course, I think they're gonna bring
We
in
can
a
see how
veteran.
Braid looks.
Yeah.
Nah,
in the
because I think
preseason.
if Malachi covers his work,
They still gonna
they
use-
corners Nate Wiggins, Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey,
But essentially, they want to have
They want to have
Kyle
another one
moved around.
They want
more.
to move Kyle around.
They don't wanna
and they
have him back
also
there like that.
want to have the ability.
Oh,
to
so they want him like
move,
nickel
They want him more
situations.
mobile.
No, on the line, like all that stuff.
They're
but
gonna
they,
move him around.
But they also want to put.
Yo, gonna be an edge rusher like Zay said.
They also want to put Malachi Starks, move him a little bit because he's played slot corner. He plays free. He could play. Like they
got
they
two
wanted to
guys
be
that you
able
can
to
do
have
that
two guys they could do that with.
But you need one
Yes.
that's going to be back there, which
and
was probably
and
gonna
both of them
be like
can
that.
play back.
They
both have
all
the ability
probably
to play
they
back.
probably
Nah, they
would have
can.
rotated.
They
but
But that's why they want the three-headed.
that three-headed monster would be crazy.
But it is good.
Nah,
because we were
yo,
all hoping.
Darius, I just get pissed because he made some great plays at pivotal times, bro. Yo, you an all-time Raven just off of that, yo. Like a
Bro,
lot of
the
players don't
hit-
make them plays their whole career, yo.
Which
like
one?
that was.
I think we talked about this.
It was
before.
several.
The
You
two-
remember it was
But
like
which
game
one
after
was your
game after
favorite?
The
game.
two that stick out the most. And
Russell
my
Wilson was my one.
Okay, Russell Wilson, the fumble. That was the one.
Smack shorty.
I would
one
say
of the ones you was
my
saying?
favorite.
Then-
that is one. The
That was
When
one
he
of the
came
two.
up and
My
stopped the running
favorite-
back on the right side of the field.
My
bro.
favorite Christmas against Houston after the bogus call. I think it was a bogus pass interference against Humphrey, I think.
Yeah.
And then they was on like the goal line,
close,
and he
close.
smacked him right at
Yeah.
the line and stuck
He
him.
smacked
yo.
the running back.
That's my favorite play he made.
I think
all
That
we
was
did
year.
beautiful.
talk about this before, but what made that especially sweet was the fact that
Ravens fans know.
what's the name had talked so much. The running back had talked so much trash to us beforehand to
Yeah,
our
yeah,
backup quarterback.
Mixon.
My man, Mixon.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon was talking trash to the backup quarterback.
He could play, but
Josh, why are you talking to our backup quarterback, fam?
Come on, yo.
Are you crazy?
Come on, yo.
That's why you got popped like that.
I know. Josh was like, bro, I'm not even going.
I don't know you're playing. What are you doing?
You worried
I have
about
Lamar
I
Jackson.
wasn't
You
there.
worry about the wrong things, the wrong things. Like, come on, man.
Classic word.
Yeah, it is.
Key, I love that joint.
We can't talk about him.
Yeah, no, my man, boy, my boys. Wow. But no, we gotta keep going.
But yeah, to hit us a clean, because we was just hoping for the best. And when he first put out his statement, Ardarius, he was making it seem like he may be able to come back, and we was just like, no, we don't want him to rush.
I don't want him to rush.
But the thing is,
Clean though.
they say it's clean, and they said he has been healing fast. I think Harb said that been healing fast from certain stuff, and they got the new medical staff that's done notice they did an excellent job last year.
got Gene X in him.
Zay said this though. He's also young.
Young.
That was the thing that
Young.
helps. His youth helps.
Yes.
Youth does help.
I don't know how many
Yes.
injuries he's had in the
Yes.
past,
Also,
but the
yes.
youth helps. That's the biggest thing.
And you got to remember, the reason it don't seem as crazy now, he's in the back, so he got to be a little more shiftier. But y'all remember when T Sizzle cooked his Achilles? It was in like April, and he was back by like October. And see, people forget.
I ain't even.
And it was
remember
like,
that.
yo, because normally Achilles, you were like, yo, person out for the year. And we was like, yo, was it? Did he get that no weapon?
You know.
I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
You figure it out.
But
Hit
I'm
us in the
saying-
comments what your thoughts.
Only real Ravens fan would know what the no weapon
There's
is.
no weapon is.
Nobody knows what the no weapon is. So
Nah,
we
there's some
good.
people that gonna know what the no weapon
That's why I
is.
said hit us in
Ravens
the comments.
fans.
Hit us in the comments. Let us know
Ravens
what y'all
fans.
think.
But I just remember T Sizzle came in. He's a heavier player, and he
Absolutely.
wasn't like it wasn't like early in
It's
his
more
career.
pressure on that joint, that ligament too. So
Yeah,
like,
pushing off.
that's
What's
good
the
to
name?
know.
So I'm like, it's
playing
possible.
safety is less shifty that you have to do.
And he's not a rookie.
Not to say it's
So
not.
he knows the game.
Yeah, he's
so when
clearly smart.
If he comes back and is 100% healthy late in that year, I mean,
He want that contract,
nice.
so he gonna
Yeah,
come
yeah.
back.
Yeah, he gonna come
he
back.
want that contract.
And
I just don't want him to get re-injured because I feel like he's like
trust him,
he might
man.
be like an all-time
I don't think they
talent.
gonna-
I really do think, based on like what he said, our team that we have here, as far as who's gonna get him right, as far as his medical procedures that he's gonna have to go through, and then
Hyperbolic chamber.
his age. Those are two factors that I think we're gonna be good.
yeah,
And the position
like
he
it.
play,
yeah,
so he should be fine.
yeah.
You hit like that because you have no fear in general.
Achilles just scares me because it's such an important muscle/tendon. So like that
That's why
mother,
it's
it
a whole-
controls a lot of
That's a whole term.
what you can do.
It's called your Achilles heel. Like, that's what that means.
You get them clipped and cooked, yo. You can't do nothing.
Nothing.
yo.
Yo, we knew it could take down Superman when it changed Kobe. You remember when he first came back off that? We was like, he nice, but
Nah, he wasn't.
he's not Kobe.
He
yo.
wasn't nice when he came back immediately. Like,
Yeah.
when he first, it was
It's hard to
we
come
had
back from
never,
that in
we hadn't seen
basketball.
him ever.
Basketball is
Yeah.
different though. You doing way too much.
But like, yeah, that was nasty.
Well,
yo.
talking about the secondary continuing, since first of all, he signed salute to Malachi Starks.
Yeah, man, I got to see that today. I just saw that today, actually. Man, I was hyped.
Signed his contract officially a Raven, and I think we're not gonna have to trip because until see, this is why Ardarius can take his time. You know, I know a little bit of I believe Ardarius doesn't have to feel like he has to look over his shoulder too much as long as he comes back healthy, because I believe there's a home here. Of course, he wants a big contract, but right now it's like the Ravens want him back. It's not
Yeah.
like a fringe player. What's his
Of
name
course
like that.
we want him
There
back.
were big plans for him and those three safeties and the whole secondary unit in general.
Yeah.
But one thing about Malachi Starks, man, he's getting so much praise. They keep talking about how he's fantastic at just breaking down the game and stuff like that. Someone from Sports Illustrated basically was like, yo, he predicting, and we could all do stuff like this, but if you inside, you watching even a little bit more, you're like, man, I'm predicting like he gonna be like a leader in interceptions, yo. And all I'm saying is,
that's hard.
Malachi, please.
Because the biggest thing we was saying, yo,
Ball hawk.
just need a ball hawk, yo.
Hey.
There was a few, like a couple of them games would have been over
when we had Marcus Peters, but if we got somebody that can
Specifically,
cover
the
more than
Bills
that,
game.
that's gonna be
If
crazy.
we had that one guy that could either get that pick
Bills.
or that edge rusher that could bring
The
that pressure.
Browns game wouldn't have been the first one. Wouldn't have been a loss.
That one. That's
And I
another
want
one.
to say
on,
something
man.
to make the haters hate, yo. Once
Oh,
we get
yeah,
that
what's the name?
dynamic,
James tried to throw it away 5 times.
Yeah, what's the name? Drop the jump.
Yeah. Yeah,
Damn,
Josh
that's when we
Allen-
couldn't catch a pick. That was killing me.
Yo,
Why
Eddie,
couldn't we just
Eddie,
get the
yes, Eddie went right through his
Yo,
head.
Yo.
If Malachi starts get slightly Ed Reed-esque, we picking off Josh Allen off.
He already called it. He said he won him.
Those are huge shoes
Yeah,
to
huge
fill.
shoes to fill.
Let's chill on Reed.
You know
I
how
said
feel.
esque.
Let's chill on
I
Goat
said
Reed. yo.
ass.
Chill on Goat Reed.
You know that's my favorite
Chill,
player.
don't
of all
even
time.
mention
I
his
said
name.
ass. All right.
Don't mention. We don't have a safety there yet.
If
Yeah.
he's
Well, let's just
Cousin
start.
Kyle probably about the closest thing to something
Yeah.
like.
no
what
cousin
Reed-
Kyle.
Cousin
is that.
Kyle, we keep saying he kind of a mixture.
He's
of
different,
him and
though.
Troy.
Cousin Kyle is himself. Yeah.
kind of.
That's good. He's a hybrid.
He's a hybrid.
Like, the,
The
thing
Reed-
the thing that makes
Reed and
Kyle
Malu.
Hamilton so
God
such an
damn.
anomaly is like, yo,
It's his range.
he bigger than all of them.
His range
and
is
he could
crazy,
really
man.
go play inside if he had to
He
and
play-
not be hurt. He's really big enough to do that.
He can play every
Especially
position
once
but
he at
tackle.
like 30 and you start filling out and get weight on you.
I think the thing
he
that
gonna
just
be
makes
really
it so
crazy.
cool is the form tackle aggression.
Form tackle aggression with the good weight in his tall size.
You going down.
Awareness on 100 million. He's the Tim Duncan of DBs.
You know
yo.
what's so great about how the
You
Ravens
said
be
this
drafted?
before, and that is so true, though.
They draft a lot of versatile guys. You know what's so crazy? These dudes can wind up playing for the Ravens for forever, essentially. Because I said it a while ago. I was like, yo, eventually Kyle, when he put on 20 more or whatever, he going to be on the line.
Yeah, they gonna move him down.
Or edge,
He'll be
as
a
they call him
linebacker.
now.
Edge
Especially
rusher.
where they play their defense with like the
Or
extra.
outside linebacker.
Yeah, that's edge.
Edge rusher, my bad.
Yeah, so that's going to happen. And then Marlon, at some point, Marlon going to be a safety.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna be like, you get what I'm saying? So like
Marlo
these
could
dudes can just,
transition into that
and you know
role
he's gonna be able to play
easily.
safety, yo.
Easily, because he don't gotta
Bro,
do all
come on,
the
yo.
hip work and
Smart
keeping
as
up
heck.
with short routes.
He
and
can
stuff.
smack. We already know that.
I want
Yeah.
him to
And
get one
he,
too.
he was
yo.
he catching that. Come on,
Most
man.
controversial man on the internet, but I
Yo.
love him, yo.
I
want him to get
I already
one.
saw videos, man. I'm like, he upped his tactics again already.
He do it every
yo.
year, yo. He don't care.
But he balled out last year.
Honestly,
I mean-
I don't pay him no mind. I got mad about the
I like it
podcast
because
stuff,
he
then
don't
then
care.
He led the
This
league
has
in
just been him.
interceptions
This
for
has been
like
him
4
from
weeks.
this has been him from since he came in as a rookie, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
I
him.
threw him in for defensive player of the year last year before it was really getting close to the end. I was like, yo, he's
He caught like.
They was mentioning
how
other
many
names. I'm like,
picks
bro,
did he
he's
catch this season?
Yo, Pixie was
Yeah.
going. He was going crazy.
How many
crazy.
picks he catch this season? 5?
That Chiefs game,
It
man,
might have
he
been
was
more than
he was
that.
trying, boy. He
Can't remember
was
off the top
doing
of my
his
head.
thing. He had
8.
at least.
I feel like 8 is
he
off the
might
top of my
have
head, but I
like
could be
8.
wrong. Hold on.
He might have had like 8, man. He was
He had a
balling because he
bunch.
was in the beginning. He was get at one
He was
point.
getting
get
one a
like
game.
He got like 2 at some point.
Yeah,
I think that was
catch 2 that one game.
was that the Chiefs?
No, I thought it was the Bucks.
Cincy.
Right? Oh, okay.
He
No,
caught
It's the
2.
Bucks he
Like,
caught.
I think he caught 2 like
Buccaneers. It is because he got injured in that game.
All right,
is
so
the
it was
Buccaneers
6.
game. 6.
That's still
Yeah,
that
I mean,
many.
like no, he was shaking
It's
off.
a nice
bro.
number,
Shake it
bro.
off, bro.
But that was all consecutively, and then it was like the pick stop, but he still was playing great.
He was the only one
Point.
catching picks
Yes.
at one point. We had
Well,
nobody
yeah.
else catching picks,
Yeah.
bro. You remember Brandon
him and
wouldn't turn
Marcus-
around.
I was about to say Marcus
And
Williams. They would've killed
Wiggins
me.
just couldn't hold on to the ball. He'd have had about 5
Him
probably
and Kyle
last
Hamilton
year.
was the only defense we had secondary wise.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, that's real good.
And Nate Wiggins occasionally.
Corner wise, I would say, not the whole thing.
Yo, and then did y'all see that thing about, we mentioned it previously about him hating, yo. The corner Kobe Bryant, yo, he was undrafted. He was sliding down the boards. And everybody was like, yo, some people was like, because some people knew and some people didn't. It's like, yo, why didn't the Ravens draft him? Yo, he was really good corner in college. He slid down for whatever time, how many reasons, but find out, yeah, I mean, he was hating on Lamar, basically calling him a choke artist, yo.
Ultra hater. I don't like the vibes.
So the investigators, salute to the investigators.
Shout out
who
to
be on all this
investigators
stuff,
for
yo.
not bringing back.
Because we try to stay up to date,
Internet
but they
sleuths, yo. Them boys be out there.
Internet
they don't let you
sleuths.
breathe, yo.
Researching.
Yeah, shout out, bro, for not bringing the bad vibes.
Posted
here, bro.
on his Snapchat, James Harden in the Lamar Jackson jersey, basically like stoking the flames. I'm like, yo, is this personal? What is going on here, yo? Like,
he probably knew, you know what I mean? Like, it probably is. Is he a Florida boy? I don't know where he's from. He might be a Florida boy.
sure, yo.
If he's a
Could-
Florida boy, it
could
would
tell
make
us some
sense.
things
Might
if
have,
he is a
Lamar might have
Florida
fried
boy.
him back in
I don't want to just put him in the state if he not
And then
in the
you
state.
in a
but-
safe haven. You over in Atlanta now.
Yeah, chill out.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You only way
gotta
you can
relax.
talk that is if you in the AFC North and
you
you
gotta
gotta
relax.
see him
Muffin,
at least
McMuffin.
twice a year,
'Cause
yo.
my boy record
Muffin,
against the NFC is
McMuffin.
cold, so you better
Yeah.
you gotta watch yourself.
Bluffin' McMuffin.
And they not on the
Might
schedule.
hang 57 on
Yo,
y'all. If we
safe
see
over
y'all,
there.
boy.
I don't like that, yo.
Yo found a safe route.
I don't like that at all, yo. He said he was born in Alabama, yo. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm confused.
I'll get that to him then.
Is it just the young boys trolling, yo? Like, what's going on here, yo?
I feel like young guys aren't taught not to be haters these days. So, like, that's another thing. Because, like, if I was a corner that was super nice and I was like, yo, I feel like I'm better than yo, but I'm not going to, like, say it to a bunch of people. I'm going to just fry them on the field or just be better than them. Like, you feel me? Like, what happened to that? But neither here nor there.
Yeah, so, listen, man. Yeah, just want to, bring that up real quick because, Lamar going to get it done this year, man. And everybody going to have to eat those goofy words. They're going to look silly. Yep. And people are going to be, they're going to be in his comment section.
Yeah.
When it get done, yo. I'm just saying, like, the flock really going to flock down on him and it's over, yo.
I still don't understand, though, why people, because I get, like, when we be like, yo, great people get hated on all the time, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, yo, this is one of the best players we ever seen, yo. Like, you can't, it's almost, how can you hate on him? Like, I promise, I wouldn't like it, but if Lamar was on the Steelers, I wouldn't be like, he's not nice. I would never be like, yo, he's not nice. I'd be like, yo, how did they get this guy, yo? They always get lucky. But I wouldn't be like, yo, he's trash, yo, no way. Bro, 40-plus tugs, 3 interceptions in a single regular season is like crazy stats, bro.
This brings up because I had to post it, when I was I often drive by the stadium,
I saw the post.
I had to post it, yo. I was like, all that construction. I just saw. I seen it. Took the picture, the new construction in the front, and I'm like, yo, Lamar's underpaid.
He deserved.
I've been saying this, but
he deserved $800 million to a building.
They just put out the new video of building the new joints, the seats and suites area on the field
of the stadium,
and they already had one, and the front is looking crazy.
Yeah.
That shit looks.
And they already did new stuff last year. Bro, they added a whole bar to the side and inside several.
Exactly.
They building a new stadium on the stadium,
yo.
And people been
and a freaking memorabilia shop on the side, bro.
In the front,
The next contract, you got to throw a little bit of a stake in.
Yeah, my man needs something.
My boy got to own something.
But this is not happening without Lamar.
You got to own something.
Honestly, if they don't do that, he got to get an egregious deal, and they got to build a statue of him on all entrances. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
he's gonna be the
even if
first
it's
to have one
smaller,
at every entrance.
It gotta be the,
right.
And they
He's
gotta
right.
call
You might have
Lamar
different
Jackson
statues
Wayne,
at each entrance, yo, because he got so many different things he did. He got
They
the
can have
pass.
a move. They can have him high school when he did
Nah,
the
pass.
stop.
His
They can
main
have him-
statue
come
gotta
on,
be
yo.
the jump.
The Jordan jump pass? Come on, yo, I need
it's,
that.
The one gotta be the full speed spin move when he made the Bengals look crazy. That 14 and 2.
No, but they need to do
That's
is
the greatest spin move of all time. I'm like, why are you hating on
What they need to
him?
do is have several joints of the spin happening in. So what they need to do is they need to have the main
That would
one
be hard.
with the joint when he throwing it, the jump pass. But they also they have that as regular size. And then what they need to do is like the sixes, yes, like the sixes we have it
like
all around
leading
the
up to the
stadium.
play
Yes,
With
yes.
all sorts of
wow.
action joints in there, yo. That's
Oh, wow.
This is
That would be
Lamar Jackson
fire.
Stadium.
Yeah,
Y'all might as well rename
Yo,
the
they
jump.
got it. Yeah,
Lamar.
it's no longer the bank, yo. It's Lamar Way, yo. Yo, Lamar Way, yo.
Lamar Field, yo.
Yeah, Lamar Field, yo.
Come on.
Oh man, but yo, that is like, I'm just seeing they just keep posting more and more stuff like, oh, we're doing all of this, so we're doing all that, and they send out the sweets package to anybody who's like season ticket people.
bruh.
It's like, Come
They got my
on,
dad.
yo.
My dad got some kind of package now. He get to come to the stadium like 2 hours early and sitting up there in the bar. And he don't even drink. My man about to be
Yo,
going
cool
in.
now.
He just got a place to chill now.
Nah, I respect
My
that.
dog.
I respect that and you because y'all was way more
20
dedicated
plus
with
years
like,
down there,
willingly
bro. I
going,
grew
'cause,
up
like,
in that stadium.
Dog.
Fam, y'all don't realize we've been going since the year after we won the Super Bowl. My
01.
dad got them season tickets.
01 to 02 season. That
It's
was their first
2025.
season. Yeah.
And then we had 1 year off because of the COVID joint. So we got 23, 24 years in the game, brother.
Yeah.
This is I mean, this is what
Salute,
I don't know I didn't expect to see the stadium. Like I remember walking up the ramp. I sit up at the top, so to let people know. So I remember walking up that ramp and not having access to an escalator to get up there now. Yo, they have an escalator now. That is beautiful, fam.
Yeah, they bought they built the escalator off Flacco back. Now they just renovating the whole joint off.
All renovations that are happening right now is strictly off the back of Lamar Jackson.
Lamar.
There's nobody else that's been there for the past 6-7 years.
No,
yo.
I'm
So
just saying when
anything
they
that's
had the
happening is them.
escalators and stuff like
Ray Lewis,
where
The
everybody can
escalators to the top.
Ray
now.
Lewis.
They
Yeah.
go all the way
Ray
to
Lewis
that.
and
That
Ed
came
Reed.
get.
later.
That was Lamar era.
That
too?
was Lamar era.
All right, my bad.
Ray
Ray
Fuck
Lewis
Lamar.
and Ed Reed put the giant screens up.
Yeah.
That's what they did. Yo.
Yeah.
Which is cold. Which is cold, yo, because they
You
was
know
doing
what?
it before a lot of other
Flacco
teams.
threw some of the. No, I think that might have been Lamar too. The screens, the ones they put in the corners, they put like two. They put like four in each. In
To be
each corner.
honest,
they put
though,
like
though,
the stats. That might have been-
Flacco had bad, really good seasons, but the only one where he was an elite quarterback was the Super Bowl run.
Not
Like,
during the
let's
season,
just
though.
be
That's the
honest.
crazy thing. Like
Yeah.
he was serviceable during the season.
Yeah.
He went crazy in the playoffs.
Because he
so
had
that was
some
the
like
thing.
years where it was like okay, but it's like matter of fact, he might have been better like when we had like Steve Smith in him, yo. Like as
Yo,
far as just getting
Flacco did
mad
his thing, man.
yards.
I'm not gonna ever hate on. He got us our ring.
Yeah,
so I ain't
you're
never
right.
gonna hate on that man. Fam.
No, I'll never hate, but he's not Lamar.
Nowhere near. No quarterback we've ever had
No
is.
season he's had has been close to Lamar.
We haven't had a quarterback like Lamar.
Outside of the Super Bowl run.
Never in the history of the quarterbacks that we've had in the Ravens' history.
Yeah.
Lamar
You may
Jackson.
never ever have another one.
It's
like
never
that
gonna
again.
happen.
It's
That's,
never-
that's how
yo.
crazy it is when you get a certain
Generational.
When you get a generational
This is
quarterback
what
like
this
that.
is. This is what that means.
That's why it's really
Nobody's seen this.
That's why it's really rare when you're the Green Bay Packers or the Colts until what's the name had to retire early. Like you don't be getting back to back generational type talent dudes like that.
No.
No,
You may get
never.
another good quarterback
You
or
have a
maybe
lapse.
super spaced out, but like
You have a lapse for like
Yeah,
7
yo, like-
years, yo, before you see
Maybe
your
longer.
the dawn of
And
your
I
guy.
hate that they put so much pressure on Lamar because, like, yo, what about Trevor Lawrence?
He just
What
gotta
about Justin Herbert?
You
What
gotta
about
win it.
He just gotta
Kyler
win.
You gotta
Murray?
win the ring.
Everybody goes
Well,
to
all
that.
the guys that like
Everybody
came
go
in the
through it.
league around his time, yo, he's
got
way
it.
better than all of them.
It does happen to all the greats.
You gotta get it done.
It happened to Manning.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning caught all of that flack as
Right.
well until
Man,
he won
remember-
that championship.
Bro, remember LeBron?
Manning was breaking all
Remember
sorts of
LeBron
records.
James before
Yo,
he won?
people are
LeBron.
gonna,
That
people
was
are gonna,
the craziest one.
people are
yo.
gonna hate me for this
That
take.
was unreal.
People,
We
people are
forget
gonna hate
now,
me
yo.
for
Yeah,
this take.
didn't he go to like 8-9 of them joints or something like that? It was like, hey, what to the finals,
No,
man?
but I'm talking about before he won it. Like before, like leading, especially after the Dallas
Yeah.
loss, bro. There's nobody who had more heat than that.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
So
though.
Lamar just get it done. But like that was
at least
nasty,
Lamar ain't
yo.
say nothing crazy
But Lamar
like we
wins a Super
guaranteeing
Bowl.
wins and nothing like that. He ain't
Not
say
one,
nothing like
not
that.
two,
Yeah.
not
That was
five,
what
not
LeBron did. That's what
not
messed him
seven,
up.
not
You
eight.
can't be like guaranteeing
Yo, that
bad
was not
championships.
8 is beyond ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It's the confidence.
You on that hype
young
though,
guy, young guy saying
and that
stuff.
coked up Miami crowd.
But like honestly, let's keep it a bean. I
Crazy.
can say egregious things because you can't see my face now. Lamar win one ring. He already better than Peyton Manning, yo.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, way better.
I don't know too many that would be
Way
better
better
than him in general.
Like no, but you know, people be trying to like throw those names like it's like, oh, we should be scared now. Like, no, once he gets over this hurdle, he's better than everybody, yo.
he eclipses everyone at that point. He only needs one.
Yeah, he's better than everybody. Everybody.
Oh, I wasn't even having this on my joint.
Except Tom Brady, because he got like 6.
I didn't have this on my joint, but I just remembered, yo, like, just because we was talking about renovation and stuff. Did y'all hear like rumors? I heard it briefly, but somebody else said they asked about it. Talking about a retractable roof for the bank, and the response from somebody who worked with the Ravens, what's the name, was like, "It's the AFC North. We
Yeah.
play outside." Yo.
Since you
Like-
told me that, because at
like-
first I did.
I ain't
Being
gonna
a
lie,
guy
I
that
wouldn't
has
be mad.
sat
y'all
out
would get
there,
me down there more.
being a guy who sat out there, it's definitely something that I did want until you made me realize it's an element, bro. You need that. You need that element, fam. It is what it is.
Could you just imagine?
You never know if you get one of them hot weather teams in the playoffs. You get the Jaguars up here. It's like 14
How the
degrees.
Dolphins are every time they have to go.
Yeah, the Dolphins went to play the Chiefs down there the year before last. Got smoked. That was because they're not ready for that.
Not ready for it.
Like, that's the thing.
Just imagine if football wouldn't feel like if every stadium had a
practicing
dome,
in that.
It wouldn't
you know
even.
What I mean, we outside.
Now, when I did say I was talking about last, like, man, I said it would be. You'd be mad comfortable with every game. That trip would be crazy at every game. But it's like, nah, yo, I want to. You gotta have.
Well, if they got that type of money, then they gotta put some kind of like egregious outdoor heaters in the areas,
you know,
yo,
the
like to
bankers
like
on the
kind of
water.
help.
It's
yo.
just different out there, yo.
It's
like,
brick,
you
man.
gotta
It's
have
gonna
to
be
deal
brick.
with it, yo.
You could have heated seats. You could do anything in there. It's still gonna be brick. It's not. It's that wind.
They
That
do-
wind get the
I
whipping.
can't do it, yo.
They do need to add the
Y'all
heaters.
tough.
Get what's the Steve Ballmer, yo? The
Yeah,
dude
man. Do it for like.
Clippers. He'll figure out a way to get.
You don't have to do it in
yo.
every one. You could just get like
Or the
start
cement
off with the
heated.
premium joints or the lower levels. Get them right. I know upper level gotta wait. We always gotta wait for stuff up
Heat
there.
the
I'm
cement,
cool.
yo. Go lower your feet. It'll heat up everything.
Cause I just need some heat.
The energy bill be.
That's all I need is some heat.
Egregious. And
I ain't paying
BGE
for
going
it.
up again. BGE about to bust
That's
them over
Steve-
the
that's
head
Steve-
for
that's
All that
$2
money we pay for
a
them
month.
tickets, y'all better pay that BGE bill. And the BGE prices is spiking. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot about the BGE spikes.
Jeez,
Goddamn dirty. Bro.
Yes.
But Adafe Owen, he came back.
My boy came back
They said
yoked.
15 to 20 pounds.
My boy
A
put on
muscle?
that yoked
Listen.
muscle, bruh.
Who?
Adafe
Owe,
Owe.
yo.
Yeah.
They said
And
he
he
came
ta-
back
I like the
20
way he
pounds
talking.
heavier, yo.
No, they say I thought y'all was talking about somebody
Only
else.
thing I'm worried about is, yo, please don't slow down, yo. Because he's one of the faster edge type dudes, but like, please don't get sluggish, don't slow down. But he always looked a little on the slimmer end to me anyway.
Yeah.
I don't, if he's, a lot of times when they come back and say 20 pounds of muscle, they gassing. Because first of all, the season, 20 pounds of muscle is like,
In,
Yeah, that's a lot.
few months.
I don't even want to say.
Long
Some people be like, "How did you gain 20
Wasn't
pounds?"
even
of
that
muscle?" I don't
long.
wanna
Yeah,
get to
that's
that.
what I'm saying,
I was
like-
like, it's a little.
No weapons again. My boy out here, no weapon in
No,
there?
they said Nate Wiggins came back stocky too though.
That's what I saw.
Cut up.
Nate?
They said he got more
yeah,
muscle.
oh, yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah,
I ain't seen Nate. I didn't see
Yeah, they
Nate
showed the
Wiggins.
picture, yo. Either they had a great angle
Yeah.
or what, but he did look a little.
No,
My
they
boy
caught,
been eating
they
his
caught him
weeds.
clenching up the muscles,
Yeah,
yo.
You know how that?
You cut.
You know that photo
He
of
looked
me
like
at
an
the family?
NFL 2K5 player, yo, where the muscle just
if you-
ultra defined.
If you lay it right across the chest, yo, it does look crazy, yo. Like, so
Nah,
if you
he was
standing
just
right,
like
you could lay it.
arms
Oh, he was
look
just out.
cut up. I'm like, bro, really?
My boy went and got that. He was getting into that red meat.
Nah, he young though. Like, you feel me? Like, all
You
you
gotta
gotta
eat
do
that
is
red
eat
meat,
right
though.
and
I
I
work
don't
out.
think it's 20 though. it might be maybe.
Nah, it's like 5 pounds, 10 pounds.
5 to
On
8,
Nate?
yo.
Yeah, 5 pounds.
No, I'm
10
talking
pounds.
about Adafe.
Oh, Adafe?
Maybe-
No, I'm talking about
maybe
Nate
8
Wiggins.
and
Nate Wiggins
8,
max too. Yo, like,
Somebody might have AI'd the photo, put a little bit
Nate-
extra sauce on there.
Yeah, Nate might be 5.
disgusting.
Nate might be 5.
I call everything AI now. You don't
Yeah,
use
you
Photoshop.
don't trust nothing?
No Photoshop.
Yeah.
Everything is AI.
Yeah,
I'm
anytime
like the only person who still use Photoshop.
anytime they got the babies doing skits, like, yo, of old
Somebody
stuff
got baby
happening.
fives. That'd be hard, yo.
Oh, my
Baby
gosh,
five me, yo. I want that.
Yo, they baby 5 baby doing the put some respect on my name. I'm like, yo, that's the funniest looking
shit
baby
was
of all
hilarious.
time, yo. Put some respect on my name.
Only a couple more things briefly, but Tuck, man, John Harbaugh finally spoke out. It was,
Oh, yeah.
it was
We
a
did play that
football
free
decision. That's all we gonna keep saying.
Salute to the lawyers up there at the Ravens Stadium,
Shout
bro.
out the Ravens litigation
That
team.
legal team.
Man, we
the
get it
whole
done.
team, I respect
We
y'all,
get
man.
it
Y'all know how to
done.
do it.
You feel me?
And then they went to get the most starch, cornbread fed white boy that they could get,
Yes.
brother. Like this guy that we got right
Hitting
now, I love
75
it.
yarders.
He got no swag. He don't got none of that stuff that Tuck. We don't need no swag no kicker. That was too much. He was out there in the city doing
You don't
too
need
much
to
with
sing
that
the
swag.
opera, yo.
Yo, the opera was too
my
much.
boy might be on. I know what. I ain't even gonna do all that. My guy is.
Yo, you
is
want to know something
a
that was
kicker.
Family and
disgusting?
football,
Yeah.
I can say
Religion.
this.
God,
I can
family.
say this-
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
say this again because it's no face, no case, yo. Why, yo? I was talking to somebody about it that was a little older than me, not my ethnicity, And then he like, those cases were like 8-9 years ago though. I'm like, I said, yo, you still can't do that, bro. It's still illegal.
Yo, starting to give yo the
dropped dime, yo. You should have dropped dime on
He
him.
wasn't
yo.
even married. He wasn't even married at the time.
I'd have called. I'd have been like, yo, hold on.
Bro
I
said
think
he
we
wasn't
got
even
one.
married at the time. I'm like, bro, did you hear what they said he was doing?
Like we said before the show, yo, lock that up.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Yo,
Yo,
said,
I'd
lock
have
me
called.
up.
I'd have dropped.
Go
it.
away the key. Yeah, lock him up, yo. Cause
And
that was crazy. Yo said that was before he was married. I was like, that's your defense line, bro.
Yo, you might need to drop it.
That's what I'm saying. Just
You
drop
might need to
dime.
fast to check his computer.
Just drop dime on my brother. I don't
Well,
want you to give it away.
Sam's
But
on his
goddamn.
cookies.
Once we really financially
Jesus.
stable off this, I can do things like that. Because I'll be having conversations like,
I'm gonna
wait,
call
what?
it. What's the number T.I. and them was giving away? I'm about to call
Yo,
that.
I was ready to call the law offices of Peter T.
1-800
Nichols.
tell on somebody.
I was ready to call the law offices of Peter T. Nichols, bro.
1-800 tell on him,
Yo.
yo.
Call the law offices of Peter T. Nichols. Yo,
chill, we
said
going
that
into
was a
too
little
much.
bit.
We gotta get back to the Ravens. We're getting off track. My bad.
We don't got
That was
Ravens,
fun.
we get a little out of pocket.
Harbs was very he followed the book on it, yo. He was very, we worried about this year coming up, and it was a tough and a tricky, but we had to follow the football decision. They keep saying
Very
the lawyer
PC.
told him say
It was
football
a
decision.
lawyer in the
it.
back with a poster football decision. Say it. Yo,
It
he
says,
said
don't
that.
mention
Oh yeah,
anything.
football decision.
Don't
Football
mention
decision.
anything, quote unquote, football decision.
Football decision, yo.
Salute to the
They was
football
gonna cut that interview short if he didn't say that,
Facts.
yo.
They'd have ended everything.
It was a
Ended
complex making process, is what he said. You're talking about the best kicker in the game. I think he said possibly all time. It's like it's a football decision. So they're gonna try to move past this now. I think this is the last time they really want.
I mean,
Salute to Luke, baby.
I mean, regardless
Tyler
how,
Luke, baby.
Regardless how the situation,
you know it's coming.
It's
yo.
coming, bro. Salute
and
to you.
regardless how the situation goes, like I respect Harb's response just simply off the fact, like we on the cusp of greatness. We don't need that, yo. Like we don't.
No
Good,
distract-
bad, or
not those
indifferent,
distractions.
whether it had been or not, we don't need that right now. Like, yo,
That's why it truly is a
yeah,
football decision.
They could
Like,
bring him
could
back. They
boil
could
it
bring him
down
back
to
if
that.
it's all dismissed.
Because at
and
the baseline, it
he's
is a
still nice.
football decision.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like, yo, we don't need that,
I
yo.
don't need a distraction.
Can you imagine that Lamar having a better season than last year and they be like,
Or they asked Lamar, hey,
Yeah.
Lamar, have you heard anything about what Tuck is doing in the locker rooms with
live,
these ladies?
local,
Yes, yeah.
late breaking. Lamar break all NFL quarterback stats and they'll be like,
For
yo,
560, they
how
asked
you-
him,
were you there at that session?
you know
gonna find
anything
out.
more about Tuck's situation? We can't seem to get him.
They
gonna-
said it. They alleged that it was other teammates
Yo,
in the vicinity.
it'd be
Did anybody
wild.
see anything weird, Lamar?
It'd be wild, yo, if they find out Tuck was at a Diddy.
Oh my goodness.
Singing opera at the.
Oh my goodness. With the Punisher.
That sound like something Diddy would like, yo.
He hit up Tuck, yo. He told him to come through.
All right, man, I'm done.
Golly, let's end it.
Audio only episode. Check us out next week. Thank y'all for huddling up. We appreciate y'all. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
indeed. Peace.